Hi, and welcome to my first video. I also go by DragonX or Space Online. You can use whichever you want, I don't really care. I am a 19-year-old dude, turning 20 this year. I am also part of the LGBTQ community, since I am both pansexual and panromantic. Yeah. I didn't really have a plan or anything, because I'm more used to drawing traditionally than digitally. I'm fine with drawing digitally, I've been doing it a lot more recently, but I don't really know any methods or anything, so my art ends up being a lot less consistent digitally than traditionally. If you look at my traditional art, it might be a lot more similar than my digital art, even though you can still tell that it's my style. It's just the details are very different from picture to picture. I had a bit of a struggle with drawing this angle, because I usually draw people a little bit from the side, and I rarely draw them looking up. So this was a challenge. I had some references up, which helped a lot, but it was still a challenge. I'm not really sad over Unus Annus ending, since I knew it was happening from day one, and I kinda accepted it by then already, because at least they did it. At least I got to enjoy the videos for a year. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be sad when it ends. I will probably cry when it gets deleted, but I mean, that's a bit like real life too. We all know we're gonna die, like they always say, and they're absolutely right, but that doesn't make it any less sad. I realize I just said that I'm not sad over it ending before explaining why I am sad over it ending. I meant to say upset. I'm not upset over it ending, but still sad, if that makes sense. I will be watching the stream at the end, since it may be in the middle of the night for me, but I don't really have anything better to do either way, so, you know. I do hope they see this art. I will post it on my social medias in a couple days, maybe. I don't think it matters, but something tells me they will have a bigger chance of seeing it if I post it a couple days after this video. That might not be true at all, probably not, but eh. You know, when Mark, or Honest I suppose, asked us if we'd done the most of this year, my first answer was no, and I was disappointed with myself. But then I really thought about it, and I think I did the most with what I could. Financially, and with the situation of this year and all that. Because I mean, I've been wanting to do YouTube for 5 years. And now I'm doing it. Now I'm actually making an effort. So I feel like I've started to get somewhere. Things are not perfect, but I am at least trying to make them better. As you could see, I had an idea of doing black line art for Ethan and white for Mark to represent their character colors. And I stuck by that. The problem was that I didn't really know where it was going or how it would look. So I had to do the coloring and the shading and the details before I added the line art, which I never do normally. I normally do line art first. I think that's a more common way to do it. But since that didn't work out here, I had to change my process. And yeah, here's me just fixing the line in the middle because it was a bit uneven. I'm sorry if that bothered you. I'm also sorry if me not adding the eyebrows until very late bothered you, but I have a tendency to always forget the eyebrows. At least I remember to add them at all. There are some things I would want to change with this artwork after I finished it, but I feel like that's the case most of the time anyway, and I am happy with the result. So part of me wishes that I would have contributed to the challenges and the community more before, but at the same time, I mean, I didn't. And that's just how it is. If I go around thinking about it all the time, I'm just gonna drag myself down. So at least I did this. And yeah, I'm not gonna walk around regretting the things I didn't do. I tried adding some effects on the suits because I thought they looked kind of plain. I don't think it did a lot. I think it would have been fine without it, but it is what it is. The shading and all that definitely helped a lot, but when I started adding the line art, that's when I really felt like, okay, I can be happy with this. This is going to look good. I had to do white line art on Ethan's suit and black line art on Mark's suit because otherwise the details would not be visible at all. But other than that, I kept the black on Ethan and white on Mark. I realized the white line art on Mark made it look like his eyes and mouth were glowing, which wasn't what I was going for at all, but I didn't really want to add any shade or make black line art around that part because I feel like it would look weird and wrong. I wanted the colors to be as even as possible, so therefore I just had to go with it. I will be making more speed paints in the future. I don't want to talk a lot about myself in this because this is not about myself, this is about Unus Annus. But I will be making more of a presentation and all that later on. I don't know how frequently I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna try to upload as often as I can. But art is exhausting. To me at least. It's a bit exhausting, but that's not gonna stop me. I tried doing this outline on them to make them pop a bit more. Turns out that didn't work at all. It just made it all look chunky and weird, especially after I tried adding the spiral. So I scrapped that idea pretty quickly. I also had to lower down the opacity of the spiral to about 50%, just so that you could see the art better. And that's about it. The last thing I did was to add my signature, which I had to experiment a bit with because I didn't really know how I wanted to do it to make it fit into the art. But in the end, I think I made it work. Especially after adding the Unus Annus text. That's when I really felt like, okay, this is working. This is what I'm going with. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Like, share, all that. It would really help since I'm just starting out and I could really use that boost. If you don't want to, that's fine. I totally respect your decision, but yeah. If you feel like helping a smaller creator, then yeah, cool, okay. Yeah, anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching me make art, and I'll see you next time. I'll work on my intro and outro and all that. Okay, bye.